Hey, it's Lindsay, the Curvy Women's Health Coach and Fitness Trainer, and this is Curvy TV, the place to be to break free of all life's aches and pains and learn to be healthy without losing your curves. And today is Mini Class Monday. Today, specifically, we are going to be focusing on wrist pain as a result of typing all day, texting all day. Extremely common for a lot of us, all right? Now, when we are in this position, there's a lot of reasons why you could be having pain while specifically typing, but we're going to be focusing on a lot of the repetitive movements that happen here. Specifically, we're in this position a lot, right? We are flexing or actually technically this would be extending our wrists to the back. We are overextending our wrists over and over and over again every single day for long periods of time. So our goal for today is going to be both to stretch the muscles, that engage whenever we're back here. So kind of the backs of our forearms, we're going to stretch these muscles, give them a break, but we're also going to work the bottom muscles that help to flex our wrist. Okay. So we're going to do a combo of those two things. All right. Now today's class is going to take about 10 minutes to complete. So make sure that you're in a space where you're not going to be disturbed and make sure that you've got a little bit of room to move around, but today's going to be pretty small, pretty contained. You can easily do this at your office at work if that suits you. All you're going to need today is a tennis ball. You don't even need a mat. I just happen to be sitting down here because that's where I had the camera set up. So all you're going to need is a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball, a baseball, some kind of ball that's going to help to massage out those muscles. Cool? Let's get started. So first things first, grab your ball. If you don't have one, worst case scenario, you could use your fingertips to massage your forearms. I don't recommend that for your hands, wrists, and forearms because you're going to be using a lot of the same muscles that are overworked. So it's going to kind of cancel out some of the benefit that we're going to get here. So if you can, get a tennis ball. They're like $1 to $2 used at a sporting goods store. You can get them in the checkout line at your local grocery store. They usually stock them there. So just get some kind of a ball. Whether you're on a table, a desk, some kind of firm surface, I'm just going to use the floor here. I want you to put it beneath. We're going to start with the underside of our forearms. Reason why is our forearm muscles kind of go like at a little bit of a diagonal. They're not like perfectly on the backs of our forearms. They're not perfectly on the front. It's kind of a little bit of both. So we're just going to go in all directions. And I'm just going to roll back a little bit at a time. Now I'm not putting any weight whatsoever in my arm. I can easily lift it away, no problem. Okay? It is completely up to you how much pressure you want to use. I am starting with a tennis ball, which is going to be the lightest pressure because it squishes quite a bit, right? The firmer the ball, the more intense the massage. Whenever we massage our muscles, we always want to stay in pain-free territory. Cool? We never, ever, ever want to be uncomfortable. If we are uncomfortable, it means you are tearing a muscle. That is very bad. Don't do that. Okay? So just moving either in little circles, back and forth, your choice. I'm going to switch the angle ever so slightly. I'm going to tilt just a little bit more on the outside of my forearm now. I'm only going to do the one arm for time purposes today, but in theory you would want to do both arms. Minimum of 1 minute per arm. I would recommend longer than that if you've really got some pain or if it just feels good. You can totally stay there longer. There's no upper limit for massage. Okay, I'm going to flip over to the back. Woo, that's where we're getting it. Yesterday I did a lot of writing, a lot of typing at my computer, so I'm definitely feeling it today. Okay. Now remember, the muscles on the backs of your forearms, these are the ones that really engage when we type all day. As most of us do not have ergonomic keyboards and desks and chairs that allow us to have good, positioning whenever we're typing, good alignment. Most of us are in pretty poor alignment, which means our muscles have to work harder than they need to. Hence why we're here. Okay, and I'm going to flip back over to the front. I'm going to kind of sort of try to get this inside angle. It's a little bit tough at the angle I'm at, so I'm going to lean forward just a little bit. But just trying to get as much of your entire forearm all the way around as you can. Okay. Going as far up as just beneath where the actual wrist joint is, stopping just below. You want to stay in the muscular part of the arm only. You never, ever, ever want to massage on the joints themselves. That includes both your elbow, so stopping right about there, stopping right about there. Cool? Alrighty. So just massaging that out as much as you can, as much as feels good. All right. Second and final drill. This is a little bit more time consuming. This is going to be a push-pull drill, okay? If you've been on my channel for a while, you know I am a huge fan of these. It's kind of one of those magical tricks of the trade of the physical therapy world that hasn't quite made its way over to the fitness world just yet. So it's still kind of a little bit of an inside secret, okay? So we're going to be doing both some stretching as well as some muscular training and some joint mobility. It's kind of this magical all-in-one drill. So I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see me a little bit better. All I'm going to do, having my arm out as straight as I can, okay, so without locking that elbow. I do want it straight, but just a very slight bend in that elbow, okay? And then I'm going to pull that hand down as far as I can. I don't care what your fingertips do. You can make a fist if you want to. You can have your fingers out. The fingers do not matter. What I'm looking at is the angle of my hand, the back of my hand, cool? So from like here to here, that's the angle I'm looking at, okay? So just going out as far as I can, arm straight, pulling back towards me. Already, you should be feeling a stretch in the backs of your forearms, those muscles that we use when we type all day. From here, I want you to take your left hand and I want you to cup your hand, pull gently back, all right, without loosening up that elbow. You can be down here, it doesn't really matter, wherever's comfortable. I'm gonna be up here, just so that you can see a little bit better. And we're gonna hold here for about 30 seconds. So staying here in this stretch. Again, fingers don't matter. You can try different positions if you want. That'll get slightly different sections of the muscle stretched out. At the end of this 30 seconds, what you're going to do, for 10 seconds, this hand is going to push into this hand, so you're going to push against it. This hand is going to resist, not going to let you. Cool? Let's get ready. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping that entire arm straight, you're going to extend out. Hand is not going to let you. Now this is a 3 out of 10 on terms of intensity, okay? So just light work happening. Here's 2, 1. Then I want this hand to pull back in as far as you can without bending that elbow. That entire arm stay straight. You are just pulling inward as much as you can for 3, 2, 1. Try to unroll that hand. This hand not going to let you. 3 out of 10 in terms of intensity, but ramping it up. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Curl that hand in as far in as you can. Really working here. Whew. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cup that hand one more time and then just relax this hand. Pull in as far in as you can. Now you've probably noticed by the end of this, the angle of my hand started out about here. We got it all the way to here by the end. So I got a really good stretch in the backs of my forearms, but I also did quite a bit of work on the underside of my arms and a little bit of work resisting that motion on the top. So a lot of joint mobility, some strengthening, and some stretching. It's kind of one of those magical all-in-one drills. Cool. So ideally you would hold here for another 30 seconds at the end of that drill. For time purposes, I'm just going to cut it short and go right to the other. So same thing on this one. I'm going to make a fist. You can have open fingers, doesn't matter. Arm straight, cup, and pull. I'm going to come down here so you can see. Ideally you'd want to be off to the side though. Okay. Just going to cup there. All right, and we're gonna hold here for 30 seconds. Now, while we're here, we're not gonna do it today, but in theory, you could also get the other side of your wrist by extending up here and doing the same thing. Stretch, then you would push again, pull away, push against that hand, pull away, hold that stretch, okay? So you can do both sides. If you've got the time, this is a slightly more time-consuming drill though. Get ready, here's 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna push into that hand. This hand not gonna let me. Here's 8, 7, 6. Starting to ramp up that intensity a little bit more for 3, 2, 1. I want you to curl in that hand as far as you can, really engaging these under forearm muscles. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Resist. Try to uncurl that hand back to neutral. This hand not gonna let me. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Curl in as far as I can. It doesn't matter what my fingers are doing. I'm trying to curl that wrist in as far as I can. 2, 1. And relax. Cup that hand. Stretch a little bit more. There we go. Fantastic job. So again, ideally you would hold here for another 30 seconds. I'm going to cut it short for time purposes today. So that was my mini class, and I hope you enjoyed it. And now I want to hear from you. What is the one biggest takeaway you got from today's class? Head on over to the magical land of lindsaywent.com and let me know. While you're there, sign up to become an exclusive member of the Curvy Club. You'll get instant access to a training I created called the 5 Tools to Relieve Pain Better, Faster, and Longer than ibuprofen. You'll also get videos just like this one delivered to your inbox every other week. And as if that wasn't enough, you'll also get some behind the scenes looks into what I'm doing next, some live cook with me nights, and some special giveaways and surprises that I don't share anywhere else. Keep moving. You are stronger than you think. And remember, you are allowed to live unapologetically in the body you have. Start where you are, start where you can, just start. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on Curvy TV.